Hello ladies, welcome to a new video on my channel, Heal Thy Feminine, where I teach you the importance of healing your inner girl in order to better embody healthy femininity and have the relationship and love life of your dreams. So today's topic is going to be, can I be feminine and also be frank? So one of the questions that I was asked is, when it comes to being feminine, does that mean that I have to be coy? Does that mean I have to be, does it mean I have to be coy? Does it mean I have to be demure? Does it mean that I have to kind of beat around the bush? Does it mean that I have to kind of say things indirectly? Or can I just be direct and say what's on my mind, say how I feel, right? So I want to just start off by answering the question and saying that absolutely yes, you can be feminine and frank, okay? Actually, I don't think that you really are being feminine if you're not being frank. Now, I feel like the word frank has this negative connotation of aggressiveness behind it, which is why that question may be there. Can I be feminine and can I be frank at the same time? But frankness just means being upfront, right? Now, you can be upfront in a rude way. You can be upfront in a passive aggressive way. You can be upfront in an aggressive way, right? Or you can be upfront and just be authentic, but still have that softness behind it, which is where the femininity comes into play. So, can you be feminine and frank? Absolutely, yes. Now, let me give you some examples of how to be feminine and how to also be frank. So, for example, if you are in a dating situation with someone, right, and you would like to, you would like for them to, let's say, spend more time with you. That's a classic example in dating. You want them to spend more time with you. Now, I would say that if you're just getting to know them, then you really should not have the expectation. But let's say you've been dating them for at least 6 months. And maybe you are even in an exclusive relationship with this person. So, and you would like to spend more time with them, right? Which is not an unreasonable request, especially if you are in exclusivity. So, one thing that a lot of women think that, okay, well, being feminine means that, one, either I can't speak up and tell him that I would like to spend more time with him, or if I do, I have to beat around the bush or be manipulative in some type of way, right? Like, I can't just up and say like, hey, like, I would like to spend more time with you. So the way that you could be feminine and frank, okay, so your goal is you want to spend more time with this person, right? So the way you can be feminine and frank is you can say, I really love the time that we spend together. It feels so good to spend time with you. And I understand that you are busy doing X, Y, and Z. If he's busy with his work, if he's in school, busy with school, if he's, having issues with his family, whatever, his issue is. Or maybe you can make it vague and say, I know you're busy or something like that. But it's better if you know exactly what he's busy with. So you would say, hey, I love spending time with you. It feels so good it feels so good when we spend quality time together. I know that you are busy with work. However, something that would make me feel a little bit more secure and feel a little bit more turned on by you is if we spent quality time together over quantity. Because I know you're busy, I'm asking for quality time over quantity. Is this something you are able to do? Or is this something that you are willing to try? Or what do you think? Or something like that, where he can give a logical answer, right? You need to end it in a way where he can give a logical answer. So that's a way to be feminine and frank, right? You're frankly saying what you need. You're not beating around the bush and saying, you know what, it would be nice if we ever spent time together. Like, that's not being frank. That's not being feminine. It would be not, I just don't know. Like, it would, I just don't understand why you don't spend time with me, or, what you used to spend so much time with me. Like, none of those things are feminine and frank, right? Like, you're not really being frank in those situations. And in a way, you might be being feminine because you're kind of being soft, but you're being more like passive aggressive in a way. So it's not really feminine, if I'm being honest. But the way you be feminine is like, I did a lot of softness in there, right? Like I said, I love, it feels good. Like feminine energy is understanding. So you understood where he was coming from. Like, he's busy. And then you spoke and said like, but this is what I need, right? To make me feel secure, to make me feel more connected to you, to turn me on, right? Turning you on, seduction, that's feminine. So that is how you come at things in a feminine manner, but also being very frank, especially with men. Like, you do not want to beat around the bush. You want to be very upfront with them because that's how their brain works. They're very frank. They're very upfront, right? They don't beat around the bush. So they can understand emotions, but you have to mix it with frankness. Like, you can't be completely in your feminine energy where you're just all in about feelings and, oh, it feels so good to be with you, and oh, it would be so nice to be with you, and I wonder if we could ever be together, and I really love spending time with you. But you're not using that masculine part of you to really just be frank, right? Because that's really how you bring it all together. Like, I know that this channel and a lot of channels are all about feminine energy, but one thing I want everyone to understand, that you cannot have one without the other. You have masculine energy in you and you have feminine energy in you, and I feel like you need to honor your masculine energy as a woman, right? Like, don't sweep it under the rug. Of course, as a woman, you need to be more feminine than you are masculine. But at the end of the day, God He created you with both energies for a reason, because they both make you a whole individual. If you are just super focused on femininity, then you're doing yourself a major disservice, and you're really not going to be authentically connecting with your partner. Because your masculine needs to connect with the feminine inside of him, and his feminine needs to connect to the masculine inside of you, right? So, his masculine needs to connect to the feminine side of you, and your masculine needs to connect to the feminine side of you. And there's this circle, and there's this dance, and it's perfect, and it makes energies go perfectly. So one thing that I see a lot is a lot of women are discrediting or trying to downplay their masculine energy ever since they are starting to like get into femininity teachings and getting into being more feminine and getting into leveling up and things like that. And I just want you to know that you're doing yourself a disservice. Now, yes, as a woman, you want to make sure that you are following the 80-20 rule and you're 80% feminine, right? But in that 20%, own it. Own it. Do not be ashamed of it. Do not hide it under the rug. Do not sweep it under the rug. Do not feel like it doesn't have its place, because that 20% is very important, because the 80% isn't making 100%. It needs that 20% to make the 100%, right? So the feminine and the masculine come together to make the whole. And that's how it's done in everything, right? Male and female come together. Male and female energies come together to create life. So honor your masculinity, honor your masculine energy, right? And being frank is about being your masculine energy. So you see how it's 80-20. Like, I started off the conversation feminine, 80%. And then at the end, I said, like, this makes me feel, this is what I need, masculine. And then I ended it with also more masculinity by saying, what can we do about this? Because I'm coming at it with a solution. What can we do about this? Are you able to meet this need? Can we compromise? Can we discuss this? Right? Like, you're trying to come for a solution, which is masculine energy. But when you're speaking to a man, you need to use that masculine energy to let him know that it's time for him to be logical and come up with a solution, ladies. So I hope that this video really helped you. I hope that it helped you to understand the importance of not abandoning your masculine side. And it helped you to understand the importance of knowing that it is okay, that being feminine is about being authentic, and being authentic is about being your whole self. And it's okay to be in your masculine energy when it is necessary, right? And it's okay to be frank, and it's okay to express your needs. Do not beat around the bush. Do not, play demure. Do not play coy. Do not be manipulative. Do not play games. Like, just be upfront. Just be honest, because you want the same thing in return. Like, honestly, I'm hoping most of you ladies want an authentic relationship. So if you want an authentic relationship, you have to start by being authentic. Be authentic, and then he'll be authentic. Alrighty, so until next time, ladies, have a great day. Bye-bye.